In a small town, there was a boy named Dustin. He was very intelligent. He had so much potential that he could do anything he wanted. He had a big dream. He wanted to become a doctor. Everything was going well and his goal was clear. But Dustin had one big problem. He couldn't control his mind. K's mind was constantly restless. Every time he sat down to study, his mind would start wandering. Sometimes he would look at his phone, sometimes he would check Facebook or YouTube, and sometimes he would daydream. He often told himself, "Oh, there's still plenty of time. I'll study later." But the funny thing was, that time never really came. His parents and teachers at school all reminded him that studying hard was extremely important. But Dustin believed that being smart was enough for success. He thought he needed nothing more. One day, the school's scholarship exam results were announced. Dustin secretly hoped that if he won the scholarship, his dream of becoming a doctor would be a little easier. But when he saw the results, his heart was broken. He had failed. His friends, who studied diligently, all did very well. The teachers, who once praised him, now looked at him with disappointment. That evening, Dustin sat alone. He felt very ashamed. He knew he wasn't lacking intelligence. He was just wasting his time. Right then, Dustin realized something important. Intelligence alone was not enough. Without discipline, no success would come. Immediately after, Dustin made a decision. He had to change himself. So, he looked for a mentor who not only taught subjects, but also helped students build discipline. He found Coach Johnson, an experienced physical education teacher. Coach Johnson wasn't just good at training, he also helped students improve their focus and self-control. People often said that even the most unfocused boys gradually became more disciplined under his guidance. Dustin went to see Coach Johnson and said, "Coach, I can't focus on my studies, When I sit down to study, my mind jumps from one thing to another. What should I do to improve my concentration?" Coach Johnson smiled gently and said, "Controlling the mind is not easy, Dustin. Come here, let me show you something." He led Dustin to the school playground. From the sports equipment room, he took out a toy bow and arrow, He placed a target board on the field and said, "If you hit the center of this board, I'll know how truly focused you are." Dustin shot the arrow, but it missed the target. The coach asked, "What did you look at when you shot the arrow?" Dustin replied, "The trees around me, the field, the target board." The coach shook his head and said, "That is your real problem. You're looking at everything at once." "Hey, a good athlete only looks at the target, nothing else," he added. "Dustin, your mind is busy with everything around you, your phone, social media, YouTube. If you want to succeed in life, then during study time, you must only look at your goal, nothing else." Dustin understood, but he asked, "Coach, where should I start? How can I become more disciplined?" Coach Johnson replied, "Listen, I will give you 4 simple rules. If you can follow them, that will be enough. Control your thoughts whenever your mind thinks in another direction. Remind yourself that this is study time. Now, you must focus. Create a routine, make a daily schedule. Decide when you will study and when you will rest. You will find that your brain gradually adheres to that schedule. Stay away from distractions. Phones, TV, and useless apps are taking up all your time. Stay away from them when studying. Practice every day. Nothing changes in just one day. Build small habits every day. This is the real key to mental discipline." Dustin carefully listened to everything the coach said. He set a strict schedule for himself. He turned off his phone when studying. Every time his mind wandered, he told himself, "My goal is to become a doctor." It was difficult at first, but gradually his ability to focus began to improve. After some time, he could study for hours without distraction. A few months later, he took another important exam. This time, he not only passed, but also came in first. Dustin knew that this was not just luck or talent. It was the result of discipline and high concentration. About a year later, As he stepped onto the stage to receive his scholarship, he recalled what Coach Johnson had told him. The mind is like a wild horse, okay? If you don't control it, it will drag you wherever it wants, okay? But if you train it, it will carry you to your destination. From that day on, Dustin always maintained one principle: train your mind with discipline, and success will follow you.